I've just spent about 3 hours shooting some videos. I did a lot of preparation for them and I thought I was going to be really happy with the result. But when I went to review them, I got no sound. The microphone was switched on, the cable was plugged in. Well, so I thought. It wasn't quite plugged all the way in. Now, there are times in the past when this would have completely ruined my day and quite possibly ruined tomorrow as well. But today, my first response was, well, that's okay because it's going to give me more practice in front of the camera being more natural. And that's something that I'm working on at the moment. Now, you could argue that it'd be a good thing to have a checklist of everything that I need to do to ensure that this doesn't happen again in the future. And that's probably a good idea, and I probably will do that. But no matter how much preparation we do, there are always things in life that are not going to go to plan. There are always things that are going to go wrong. And the question is, how do you respond to it? Do you set yourself up for having a good day, or do you set yourself up for having a bad day? Now, the way that I would have had a bad day in the past is, first of all, I would have berated myself for doing this, called myself an idiot and all those kind of things. I would have thought about all the time that I've wasted, and I would have thought about all the things that I've got to do later that are now not going to get done because I've got to re-record all of these videos. And it's easy to see, isn't it, how I'd create a bad day from doing that. But today my first response was to find a reason why this was a good thing. And it's a good thing because it gives me more practice at being natural in front of the camera. Now, that's not something that's just happened. My shift from that old way of talking to myself to that new way of talking to myself, it didn't just happen. This is something I've been consciously aware of and something that I practice. And it's something that I'm still consciously aware of. And I don't always get it right. Sometimes my first response isn't the one that I want it to be. But I pay attention to that. And when I hear myself come up with these old thought patterns, the first thing I do is I just overwrite it. I say out loud what I want to say instead. And that's the way that we change these thought patterns. So my question for you is, when something happens in your life that you're not expecting, how do you respond to it? And how are you going to ensure that on an ongoing basis you respond in the most appropriate way? Because it doesn't matter what happens out there. As long as what's happening here is right, you can always have a good day.